the other things that go by side with the industry. Thank you.
Welcome to jump in, guys. If any comments, we've got probably about 15 slides here total, just to give you an idea where that's at, and some questions later on from us too. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next slide, if Metro Plus is not there. The platform has a fairly clear mission we've been working on, been through boot camps and worked with an international team already to get it focused, and now we're taking it forward with a new team here, and the vision slightly updated, but you can see the range of sectors, of areas in which we're focused on. So obviously blockchain and the Web 3.0 are there. We're using those tools to enable this ecosystem to take place. We're basically making an attempt and saying, hey, everyone, what do you think about this? Here's a vision, here's a mission. Most people are in line quite immediately with the vision of, okay, let's help lower unemployment, let's get employability. But it's the sort of special sauce that a distributed ledger brings into this that makes a difference. And then it's also games, not just for a virtual economy as in a video game economy, but for a real economy that actually is going to be paying most likely in the fiat currency at this point anyway, but could be also through these new digital currencies as that grows as well. So the impact, companies are looking to hire globally, NEETs, we know about the difficulties. We've talked with people that said, look, focus your first users on countries that have high growth, that have a large young population, and there's joblessness and they need jobs, and they're a skilled population that's not able to tap into the international jobs. So this is why we pitched it this way. And then the second feature, which is what makes it really a blockchain designed system. And a lot of people don't get it right away. Why is it important? But you need to have an opponent in your ecosystem of some kind in a game, right? Who are you fighting against? In this case, we have one. And that's the common opponent, which is we call the precariat. And it's in the literature now. It's in recent years. There's a book that was, I think, 2011 or something on this. I went to a conference about precarity, and out of that, this idea for Play for Work came. But that's the opponent. Everybody's against the same opponent. So we're helping each other. And that's exactly what a distributed ledger system is. It's based on trust, right? You're on the other side of the world. I don't know who you are. I'm going to hire you. How would I hire you? I don't know who you, like your skills. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I can do that because in the ecosystem, there's a system that shows the steps by which we can trust each other and then protect each other as well. So unique value proposition. This has got sort of the business model details in here, closing the gap with the youth internship seekers and the companies. So we're in touch with companies that have jobs. Well, how do you close that gap? Demonstrate your skills through employability games, and we record those games on a blockchain to show that you've done them, right? To show you have the skills. The algorithms is quite standard in this type of thing. We create a database then through your interactions and through your learning system. And we have a couple of ratings that people will get through participating in the activities. And the key is then you don't search alone for a job anymore, right? It's not one-on-one. You have a community. If you need help, there's someone there. Maybe a recommended, maybe if you want a coach, a career coach, you have to pay for that. But this is a totally new way of envisioning the ecosystem, and you can have incentives being involved in there as well. Oops, I skipped forward because I pressed on it. Also bring in the government who wants to get involved, but this is a private initiative, and you're never going to say don't be involved at all, because we have governments around us and we have regulations and taxation that's involved as well. So we want to do this the right way. So there's no question of whether this is above the table, right? There's been so many scams and frauds in the blockchain space. We have to be very careful that we're doing this the right way. And that incentives reward system at the end, that's the kind of points into tokens. That's the bridge between that and how we've done that. Precariat, again, this is this new term, but it's very important in the ecosystem because you cannot create this common pool of resources if you don't have something in common to go against, right? Or to have a common vision. And that's what any blockchain ecosystem needs to have. There's a core vision, everybody agrees, they sacrifice a little bit, and then collectively everybody gets more. So in this case, we just, there's an example. What about video gamers? I don't know in Uganda, Tony, we haven't talked about it actually much yet, but there are places in the world where people don't enter the workforce. I know in Japan, for example, there's a term for the people who just stay home, never leave home, right? Play video games. Well, that's not going to be good for them, not going to be good for the economy. Well, are there ways that they can be protected? Can we take some of the skills that video gamers have used and help them to see how that can be used in a productive, employable position that's going to add value?
The opposite is actually true. Like we have the extreme other side of the pendulum, where you find people, say, deep down in villages in developing countries have no access to, you know, basic needs. So you find internet is just some sort of, you know, concept that they're not really aware of. So our goal is to kind of bridge these two extreme sides and get some sort of balance and harmony within the employability sphere in the world.
Yeah. And we didn't want to turn it into sort of a speech presentation. You said, and we'll open it up, and the conversation format is great. But so how do we do it? We identify the talents. It's not just resumes only. It's more dynamic, right? Fits with our format here, and you're already aware of that with all your media stuff that you're putting out. They need to show they're qualified, so we can have a database of that. Again, with the idea that your identity is decentralized, so people know your talents, but in different ways. How do we bring that together into your storage, right? Your multimedia CV that you can share with whoever you want and preference it however you want, and then bring in a network to help vocationally with people. And then in short, this is sort of an encapsulation of it. And you've just been talking about a test and learning certain things that you need to be able to answer. Is that the right answer, or is there some other way to explore? Basically, we're offering challenges as a way of getting some metrics, in short. And this is the video that the slide that shows that. So hackathons, you get metrics, you get products produced. A team project, right? Your role is recorded, what you built is recorded, or the way you interacted with others is noted by the manager. So these things can all produce metrics, and that's kind of what we're talking about in the land of blockchain based on transactions, right? And then in short, that's our sort of who are we, if you put it in a nutshell. Praxi is already existing game internships for youth. I met the founders of that. It's an existing, already going in Latvia. DocShip is from India, and they have a really neat way of presenting hackathons and challenges and getting activated and prizes. It's very nice layout. WeWork, you may have heard, it's workspace, but it turned into kind of a bit of a scandal in terms of how they ran it out of New York there. And well, what about entrepreneurial workspaces where you're not just going there to have a party all the time, right? Kind of became an ethos of people there, but you're going there to actually build things with others, and maybe you do it at a distance as well. We think play for work is WeWork done the right way, right? But not a real estate company, right, for office space. And then the final one you're very familiar with and know very well, nothing that we're presenting here could be done for you, at least not in the way that we anticipate it. Because I said play for work came before I rediscovered blockchain, and right, as a HR, simply as HR. But now the system we've designed really only makes sense with the innovation of the blockchain and the Bitcoin white paper with Satoshi encoding it. So that's where we're at now. And that's our plan going forward. So our scale up plan, we don't want to just grow, we want to scale. And Tony's talking about East Africa, of course, and others getting activated and involved. And we've already been active in Nigeria with this idea, in case there are any Nigerians there. And we made good progress at a hackathon through doing it. Now we've taken further steps, and we think the sky's the limit, and looking to collaborate with others in the blockchain space. Okay. We're already doing microtransactions, and we can just test our what we're building and our ideas there. And then Tony, I'll turn it over to you here, talking about play for work where we're needed, what we're looking for, what we've got coming up.
Yeah, thank you so much, Greg. So in the same spirit, I'd like to say that blockchain is such an incredible technology, and MetroPlus is doing a very good job trying to teach, send out all this information, try to get people on board, and this is what we need. We need more of companies coming up, trying to get onto the trend and make use of this technology. So we're seeking, what are we seeking for in Uganda and Africa in general? We are looking for trailblazers, people who are going to motivate, lead, thinkers, digital artists and designers, topic moderators and contributors, beta testers, iterations, and so forth. When it comes to the Game Hub, we're looking for game players, simulations, game catalysts, developers, localization specialists. These are the kind of people we're looking for. Innovation drivers, people who are ready to take on the initiative to run things, HR leaders, hackathon coordinators, internship program directors, university ambassadors, micro, meso, and macro level investors is the crowd support that I mean. Incentive-based ecosystems as well. When we come to that, we're looking for play to work. So in our ecosystem, you're not just coming around, to waste time. You're learning some sort of skills. You're inputting. You're trying to build this ecosystem, and in turn, this is how we will develop our country, creating some sort of content, storytelling, profit sharing on games, performance-based ecosystem bonuses, and so forth. So
Great.
In Africa, we have potential. We have a lot of unemployed youths out there, very energetic, and technology like this has come really to save us. So unless we start to learn, start to understand how this technology is going to help us spread the awareness and try to get people on board, this is the way forward for Africa. This is what I see, and this is my sort of concept when I met Greg. Greg, if you
all right. That's quite amazing.
Yes. So when it comes to gaining employability skills, we've done many tools already. We have the ChatGPT
Tony,
session.
Yes, that's really quite amazing coming from your end, but sadly, or unfortunately, we are quite running out of time. But that is just quite amazing coming from your team. And yes, to the people watching us on both YouTube and Twitter, these amazing guys have just shared everything you need in terms of preparation and the kind of opportunities that you have as people working under blockchain, and it is actually taking away the narrative that blockchain is here to take away people's jobs. Oh, yeah. And I think that's quite amazing. The opportunities are vast, and we just have to fill those spaces.
Oh, yes. Maybe they can summarize.
Tony and Mr. Grigory, I want us to be joined by our founder at MetroPlus Labs, Mr. Ivaibi Festo. I don't know if we can have him on right now. Good evening, Mr. Festo.
Yes, from I am here. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Is anyone there? Am I audible?
We can hear you clear.
Is anyone there? Am I audible?
We can hear you clear now, Mr. Festo.
Okay. Awesome. I think that's okay. That's great if I can be heard. Well, I have been in the space. I've been following the broadcast from the beginning to the end. I am really impressed with our progress with the students, and I'm looking forward to seeing the results of the test and seeing those ones that we are going to take on to be able to trade as pro traders. I am happy to have shared this space again with Tony and Gregory, great guys. We had a Twitter space yesterday with them, and we learned a lot from them. And I've had a chance to listen into their model and their company Play for Work, and it shares the same vision that Mitro Plus has. The vision Mitro Plus has is for the young people, and it's because as a young people in Africa, we have nowhere to go for employment. We have gone through school, and after school, we usually don't know what next. I've always been telling people I never got employed, and I was clear last time on one of my podcasts when I said it's true. I never got employed, but it doesn't mean I did not look for jobs. I looked for them, but they were not there. So this is why I decided to go into cryptocurrencies and made a life out of it. And blockchain also made a life out of it. All of what you see in me is because of this technology that I love so dearly. This is why we are now here to just push that a leaf to everyone that has that has an ear for us to listen, to everyone that can pay attention to this technology so that we can be able to learn together. This is the main goal of Mitro Plus. We are here to guide the trajectory of blockchain and the related technologies and limit the abuse. Like Gregory also noted that there are a lot of scams that have gone through this industry. And I know all of you guys that are tuned in are aware about the industry. And we are trying to heal this stigma by giving education. Expensive education we are giving free to all our students so that we are able to combat the stigma so that people can be able to benefit from this the broad benefits from blockchain. Yes. So I'm happy to know that we have another company that shares our vision, that shares our vision to employ the young. That is one that I've heard from Gregory and Tony, to also teach the young, especially companies that we have had come to share space with us. Those companies that are putting forward the play to earn, because most of the young people are interested in this kind of stuff. And also, we are looking forward to forging partnerships with companies that will be able to tutor our students on how to build onto blockchain and its applications, how to write smart contracts on blockchains, and how to create different spaces, and also, how to create different spaces, and also how to be able to differentiate between the good and bad within the industry, because this is what has always put us behind. And a lot of people have gotten this stigma within our industry, and it reached a time it was so bad that even the government's attitude changed towards our industry. So here, the change is going to start with you and me. The change is going to begin with you guys that pay more attention to these classes, so that you can be able to lead when we start building our blockchain literacy centers, in these physical blockchain literacy centers that we are supposed to start building, putting up this coming month. You also can be able to lead these blockchain literacy centers and get to lure so many people to listen to the authentic blockchain, authentic cryptocurrencies, authentic artificial intelligence, their good and their bad, and how to guide people into these, and how to align these things with our African values and also human values, and so many things. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that have come into contact with us. The work is half done. We are still going to do this until we are able to change the whole of the face of Africa. A lot of leaders from West Africa have been sending in a lot of their strategies on how we can go on with different markets, because the market of blockchain in Uganda is different from that of West Africa and also different from that of Central Africa. So we are trying different approaches, all approaches, so that we can be able to change the face of Africa. Like I already said, the fourth industrial revolution is going to be bigger and better than all the revolutions that have ever happened, the transition of money from gold to fiat, then this is going to be by far very mega. So we want to see an Africa that is at least holding a good spot in this transition. This is going to begin by us studying, by us knowing the authenticity of the technology that is taking us there, and by us also spreading awareness of this technology and in all its honesty, and remove the bias that has already been created by people that have developed up network marketing schemes, and also that has bias that has been created up by exchanges that have come to Africa and closed. And because we do not have any regulator paying attention to these exchanges, they have also just run away just like that. So I think this all begins with you and me, and this all begins with us having good partnerships from places where the technologies also come from. And we would also love to see an Africa that creates its own unicorns, that creates the next big social media platforms, that creates the next big play to earn games, the next big cryptocurrency, the next big online exchanges. So I think this is all possible by the friends we pick, friends like the ones we hosted, the Japanese we hosted last time, like Craig, like Tony. So I think we are getting there. If there are steps, at least we have already taken the first and second step. We just need to take several other steps more. I was impressed with the students that came into our studio today and how they were answering the questions, and how, Rama, you were trying to tease them. It was really great how they were how they were answering you back, and I'm looking forward to seeing the test results. And be sure I'm going to look through every person's results, and I want to tag faces to every person's results. I believe we have had a very big number of students. We've always had about 100.
All right. Festo, I think I still have you on.
Follow Google Classroom and also sending their results and findings, because that time I've been marking them. Yes.
All right, I'm afraid we are running out of time, but before I let you go, I want us to talk about the tweet that you sent out, I think last week but one. In your own words, you said the next bull run should at least make you a millionaire. Maybe we can have something small to say about that and the kind of motivation that is there from you, from someone who has done that, to our dear audience and the students that we have.
Yes, this tweet, a lot of people reacted to it, but I think what was eye-catching mostly was the word millionaire. But to me, the main word there was at least. It should at least. So if you're going to make 100,000 out of the next bull run, you're going to still be below our expectation. It should at least make you a millionaire, because this transition or the adoption of cryptocurrency this time has been mega. It has been mega. Imagine BlackRock coming to file ETFs of Bitcoin. BlackRock is the biggest asset management company. It owns most of these biggest companies. You know, it's the biggest shareholder in Meta, the biggest shareholder in
Apple as well.
It's the biggest shareholder, yes, in Google. So for them coming out to also be pro Bitcoin, it should send you a message. Last time, only I think Elon Musk and his company came up, and it steered up, it initiated or ignited the bull run. But now this time we have a lot of companies, Celsius, also coming to be pro Bitcoin. You get several companies in the US, several companies in Japan, several companies in Europe. So the adoption is immense. The adoption is so much. So we just need to position ourselves right, and we are going to be able to make our killing, so that we can be able, to get to a point where we want as Africans. And if we create a good number of successful Africans, I know we are going to be able to change the whole of our continent. Like I usually say, our great grandfathers or our grandfathers, the Nelson Mandela, had the colonial time to fight against. Right now, for us, we have this stage time to do well so that we can propel what they started to the next level. I think the whole of this is a duty to us. If we do this, we will have served our generation well. We will have bettered lives. We will have done something that is going to outlive us.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ram.
That's great. And as we plan to wind up, I have Gregory. Your hand is up. Maybe you want to supplement about what Festo is saying. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I really appreciate the desire to create new channels and opportunities for Ugandans and all Africans to open up to this new economy. I'm very much a proponent of the digital economy, smartification, if that's the way, not just smart contracts. So having the education is there. My concern, and it's from a number of years of experience, speaking with newbies that don't know much about the technology, is that there is a misfocus on the cryptocurrencies and not enough focus on the actual technology itself. And I've been around people that have been scammed, and the focus too much on becoming a millionaire through tokens, it causes problems because nothing gets built. And hype dominates the entire crypto ecosystem. So I'm very appreciative that you want to get rid of scams, protect people from frauds, because otherwise nobody will believe you and trust you, right? So you have to be on the cutting edge morally and ethically for everyone who's coming to you, especially because it's their money. They're going to invest, right? If they're going to do play to earn, that's something different, but it's still their time. They're investing their time. And I know people who have been told, go play to earn, go do play to earn. I even know people who have worked for companies and been told they have to do play to earn. For not a single one of these people did it improve their lives in any measurable way beyond a small amount being made, right? We're just not to that point yet. So I just wanted to stress that play for work is absolutely not a crypto scam, has nothing to do really at all with the crypto hype and the crypto industry. It's about using the technology, right? The crypto is an application on top of it. It's about using the technology to create justice and opportunities for youth to find jobs. So I just wanted to add that because I know there's lots of different focuses from your educational system. We're really on platform, we're on building, we're looking for people who want to become interns and work with us international companies building. We don't really think and talk too much about the crypto markets. We're not interested in people becoming millionaires.
That's great. That's great. Let me have Festo in a minute. Then I'll have our tutor, Mr. Andrew, as well, and Tony to say his parting points as we are really running out of time. Festo, please go ahead.
Yes, that's great. That's great. So it's our vision. It's our vision to just make sure we guide the technology towards the right trajectory. Actually, as Metro Plus Labs, we take these lessons free so that we do not have anyone send any money to us, and we always tell people that these lessons are free, so that people can know, and also several governments can know that that we are doing something right for the cause of the people. And also people should know the right information within this technology, and not only trading, but also we are extending our education to blockchain development, like you have heard. We're extending our education to metaverse. This Twitter space, we were discussing artificial intelligence. I think we had 2 weeks ago, we were studying about artificial intelligence in our classes, and we studied about the metaverse and how to create metaverse spaces. Several other topics we are doing, but but a lot that has been out there is what we are trying to react to. And by the time we also get to we also get our students out of every topic that we have set for them, they will be able to at least identify what is right and what is good. And I am very appreciative of our guests, because these are forums that we are looking up to. These are forums that we are looking at to sell to our students, so that they can know that they can actually do play to earn games. They can actually align with companies like Play to Work. They can do something out of even just trading, but also something within the blockchain space as an industry, which is non-trading, can also better their lives.
Great. Thank you, Festo. Let me have Tony in just a minute to say his lasting parts.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much to Metro Plus for your platform, for your invitation yesterday. I'd like to say that blockchain technology has definitely emerged as a very transformative force with very many potential across industries. And just like my partner mentioned, Play for Work is definitely coming into Africa for the gamification part, and we're focusing fully on youth employability. We hope to collaborate with companies like yours to get more outreach and have this move forward. Thank you all, and hope to see you in the next episodes.
All right, thank you, Tony, and thank you, Gregory, for last night. That was yesterday on your end in Ottawa time, and today, which is an evening, Ottawa. Yeah, and today, which is an evening back home in Uganda. So let me have Mr. Andrew, and yes, we'll call it a night. Andrew, do I have you on?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Rama Chizito.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
And thank you everyone who has to present. I want to thank our guest speakers today. I want to thank Mr. Gregory and Tony for this wonderful presentation they have given to us. It's really very good and very insightful. Metro Plus Labs is something Africa has been waiting for, something that is going to help Africans understand what blockchain is, something that has the tools that's going to use different tools to extend knowledge to so many Africans to be able to understand what blockchain is in their native languages. This is something that I would request everyone to welcome. We are using so many various tools, the market mania, the competition that we are going to put up strictly just after we are going to build up blockchain literacy centers. These ones are going to be physical centers, whereby the government will use us for the research. We shall be able to do research about blockchain technology and all Web3 infrastructure, and we shall give to the government this information so that they can simplify the regulation process for cryptocurrencies in Africa. We are using the media, like now what we are doing through our YouTube channel, our social media handles, to push blockchain information about blockchain, metaverse, and AI to the public. Then also we are doing the online classes, which we are conducting every Monday and Tuesday, and also the interaction, Monday and Wednesday, and the interaction on Friday. And also we are doing the Twitter Spaces. So all this is just to push blockchain information about blockchain, AI, and the metaverse, the whole Web3 infrastructure to people, to make it relevant as much as we can. I would want everyone for today. I remain your tutor. I'm a Web3 developer, and I'm the person coordinating East and Central Africa Metro Plus Labs. Have a good night. God bless you.
Thank you, Andrew. Back to you with the studio.
All right, other than that, I want to wish you guys an amazing evening, but don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Mitro Plus Labs, where you are watching us right now. Go subscribe, hit the notification button, and keep the conversation flowing. Give a comment, share to as many people as possible, because then who knows, that could be one of the ways you can help someone else's life become better. Other than that, I wish you guys an amazing evening, and I say adios. Don't forget to catch us on our Instagram page, and that is Mitro Plus Labs at 3 p.m. this Sunday. See you then.